What's up, gamers? This is that PlayStation Gamer. I'm talking to you guys today about Perfect Dark. And man, this game sounds like it's already having problems. So, if you guys don't know, the latest rumor, well, I guess you want to say rumor because it's been basically backed up, is that the Perfect Dark development team has gone through a drastic I guess you'll say rehaul, because about 50, they say about half the employees that were there, at the start of the project are now gone. And this is kind of a cause for concern for me because I have seen this happen a couple times with Microsoft where they'll have these, huge projects, these big projects they're building up, like Halo Infinite they built up. And it's like, oh, the creative director leaves. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The game ain't looking so hot because the game doesn't really have the, you know, vision all tied together. Uh-oh. This is kind of the same thing we saw with freaking Halo Infinite was happening to Perfect Dark. So, yeah, I'm going to post a link in the description of the article, but man, this is a cause for concern. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm like the biggest Perfect Dark fan. In fact, I never played a game to begin with, but this was like kind of one of those dream titles, like for a lot of Xbox guys. Like, this is one of those things like you want real bad. It was like Kingdom Hearts 3, where it was like you want this so bad you just envision it in your head. And when they announced it, it was a big moment for Xbox guys. It was a big moment for games because hey, this is a reboot of a Rare property that maybe not everyone loved, but hey, a lot of people at least heard of it. And now it feels like this project has been tainted a bit because the developers, for whatever reason, it sounds like it's mostly stuff coming from the top, are bailing out. And now it got into the point where the creative director leaves. And yeah, again, I'll say this to everyone, that one of the biggest warning signs you could ever have, when you hear about this kind of stuff, is when a creative director leaves, because that means the game won't have the same vision they originally intended to have. And what becomes even scarier is when you realize that it's a person who is a very high up position in the process of development. Now, what also sounds like, and take this with from the article itself, but it sounds like what the original promise was, that this was kind of like a studio that wasn't built from the up and all work its way down. It was going to be like it was going to start from the bottom and work its way up. Basically, the idea was that the upper employees would actually listen to the lower end employees because the lower end employees are the ones who are doing a lot of the grunt work. Well, apparently that's not the case. Apparently there isn't much infrastructure there. And remember last year, right towards the end of last year, they announced that Crystal Dynamics, I believe, would be coming in on this project to help out. Apparently, and this just sounds like some weird conspiracy shit, but what was actually happening is that a lot of employees that were at the initiative at that time when they announced that were basically like, oh, so we're kind of just working with our, I guess, replacers. The best way to put it, the people are going to replace us eventually because the people at the top work with Crystal Dynamics. They used to work, be guys in charge at Crystal Dynamics. So how strange is it that Crystal Dynamics is brought in on this project? By the way, first time I've ever seen a company announce that they're going to work with another company on a game and not be an internal studio. It's an outside sourced studio. So yeah, again, just weird stuff going around with Perfect Dark. Am I saying this is like, doom and gloom? This is going to be the worst game ever. You need to avoid it at all costs. No. But what I am saying is that this is a cause for concern. I think that if this game doesn't really get off the ground, but I would say in the next couple of years, I think this will come to the subject of something like where Bleeding Edge or, State of Decay 2 came to play, where it's like, oh, it's a fun game for a couple of days, but then it's like, it just fades off. And I don't know, Microsoft's had a lot of those, especially last generation, so I don't know. But what do you guys think of this whole situation? I know I'm probably doing a pretty poor job summarizing it. I'll also link, it's Alex's video talking about this whole situation. But I do think there is a cause for concern. I'm not going to sit here and say it's all doom and gloom, but yeah, again, it's one of those telltale signs. When you see a creative director leave, you should be worried about the project's integrity. And until next time, guys, this is that PlayStation Gamer sign out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube algorithm BS. Peace out, and have a good day.